I saw the price of eggs the other day and I was like, God damn. And them eggs made me think, is this the hardest time to be a human? I mean, everything is up, from petrol to suicides. Is this really the hardest time to be a human? No, I thought to myself. But I definitely think this is the most complicated it's ever been. Picture a young man now and a young man like 100 years ago. Think about what each man would worry about. Of course, the man from the older generation's life was like 100 times harder. But difficulty and complexity are not the same thing. A man from older generations was worried about surviving, providing, and protecting. If a man could do all three, he's living the dream. Think about what young men right now worry about. Surviving. Band, money, lots of it. Drip, bitches, school, job, hair, skin, weight, insecurity, fulfillment, purpose, social media presence, phone, social cues, social expectations which always change, etc. People now live way easier lives, of course. But we worry about way more. I seriously doubt a nigga from 100 years ago was worried about pimples. First of all, fuck capitalism. I'm going to read a few articles, so bear with me. In South Africa, the prevalence of mental health issues is high. According to a study published by the Occupational whatever, more than 35% of employees surveyed reported 2 or more common mental health disorders. Not 1, but 2 or more. According to a report by Business Tech, in real terms, when compared against inflation, most South Africans have 34% less purchasing power in 2022 compared to 2016. That's 6 years. But listen, it's not that bad, it's worse. According to a report by Statistics South Africa, the same basket of goods and services that you could get in 1970 for 100 Rand would cost nearly 9,700 at the end of 2020. That means consumer prices have increased 97 times. Not 97 times, 97x, as in 1970 times. It's bad. The study is American, but a report by the Government Accountability Office, GAO, found that over the last 40 years, fewer Americans are making more than their parents did at the same age. Predetermined factors like race, geography, whatever. Millennials have significantly more student debt, lower levels of home ownership, and listen to this, less net worth than previous generations. You are broke. According to a report by Clever Real Estate, median home prices in the US have increased by 121% since 1960. Damn. While median household income has only increased by 29%. It's bad. It's not over. Listen to this. Hold on. Let me land. I'm not done. We're gonna go American again. The cheapest iPhone 14 is $799. According to the US inflation calculator, $799 in 1970 is equivalent to $5,308,000. So an iPhone 14 in 1970 could buy you a brand new Chevrolet Malibu with a V8 engine and an automatic transmission, a 25-inch color console TV. Listen, if you had in 1970, if you had a color TV, you might as well had a Lamborghini, a washer, and a dryer. All 3 things for an iPhone 14. Deep that. A good support system is a rare commodity these days. But even though the world is interconnected, ironically enough, Why is loneliness such a pandemic? We all know the obvious reasons, like the internet replaced face-to-face interactions, over reliance on technology, the world is fast-paced and competitive, whatever. But according to a global survey by Statista, about 33% of adults experience feelings of loneliness worldwide. In South Africa, 40% of respondents declare that they felt lonely either often, always, or sometimes. 40%. In the past, communities were always geographically bound. Engagement was largely face-to-face. People knew their neighbors and participated in local events. This kind of engagement still exists, but come on, I don't know my neighbor. But the sense of community is not there anymore. Maybe it's because of urbanization, increased mobility, changes in lifestyle. I don't know. I really don't want to speak about this, but there's too many T's and C's these days. A girl can get an ick because you drive with both hands on the steering wheel. We're gonna go overseas again. According to the worldindata.org, in 2019, the marriage rate in the US stood at 6 per 1,000 people. In 1920, it was 12 per 1,000 people. In 1946, it was 16.4 per 1,000 people. This is the lowest it's ever been. The UK and Australia are experiencing the same thing. It is currently at the lowest point in recorded history. Now, this could be for many reasons. People don't want to get married anymore. The stigma and pressure to get married, it's just not there like it used to be. Promiscuity. It's an extreme sport to build a meaningful relationship in this economy. Come on now. Every negative thing happening in the world, thanks to today's technology, you will know. This constant exposure to distressing information can lead to emotional distress. Niggas from previous generations only knew and worried about what was going on in their village. My granny was alive during World War II, and I asked her what the hell was happening. She said she heard about it once or twice in the newspaper, and that was it. Yo, these days you'll see footage, death tolls, all on your timeline. The future right now is so uncertain. In the past 3 years, there's been a pandemic, World War III almost happened, nuke threats, 5 civil wars, so much uncertainty. In 5 years' time, AI might take your job. You can be anything, you can do anything. That's how we were raised, especially when you're always exposed to people your age achieving great things. Rock stars, athletes, movie stars. And this reminds me of the Tyler Durden speech. Everything seems so possible, but it's not. Everything seems so limitless, but it's not. And now we're pissed off. Okay, I'm tired of talking now.